Work. What's that?
What is work?
What is
I
work?
know what is work. You know what I like to do? I like to just sit at the bar, drink, and just what is that my ex-wife? Wait a minute. She's with the lawyer that helped divorce that bitch.
I like drinking chocolate protein powder with Coca-Cola.
Yeah, no, Chris, you got that wrong. That was Nesquik with Coors.
Of course. No.
No.
It
That
was
the one that
Coke,
was shitty.
then Coors, because he ran out of Coca-Cola.
I thought he ran out of the Coke.
No.
He ran out of the Coke
he used
later.
Coke twice. He used Coke twice the first 2 times. The third time, he was like, all right, fucking, let me pour some Coors in here.
That
Fuck.
shit was.
I gotta be
horrible.
honest with you. The Coca-Cola one did make me laugh because he like, all right.
Not bad. That's some shit we as men will do. We'll be like, not bad.
You know,
Not bad at all.
got a zing to it. I know this is gonna. I know. In 10 hours, this is going to just ruin the toilet. But
Annihilate my entire insides.
But the caffeine, guys, the caffeine is insane.
it's just. I feel bad for the toilet brush.
Look, I feel bad. I
You
feel
think
bad.
you got a crap job.
Oh man.
I feel
Yeah,
bad
man.
for that. I feel bad for that janitor at the fucking school that has to fucking clean that toilet that he shits.
Man, that porcelain is gonna be a whole shade after I'm done. Anyway.
That one fucking janitor that sits there is waiting outside the bathroom while you taking the shit, and he was like, "I hope it's worth it, man. I was about to go home, watch some
Let me tell
Jeopardy."
you something, bro. That is 80s. That is 1980s Nesquik. God knows what chemicals they were using back then.
It's like the Four Locos. It's like the Four Locos, man. It's the OG Nesquik.
It's the
OG
Four
Nesquik.
Loco. It's the Four Loco of chocolate milk.
In other
it's
words,
like the
it's probably
Nesquik
actually the good chocolate milk that they don't milk no more.
It's like the Nesquik inside the tin container and stuff. That was like old school like shit.
Oh man,
See,
you
and
know,
this is
man.
how you knew something. The moment Nesquik changed the entire look and layout of the
It's a
container,
wrap.
not only was it a wrap, you knew right away something ain't right. They
Oh,
changed
yeah.
it.
They
They
changed
didn't
it.
just change the look; they changed the formula.
I mean, okay, so here's my thing about the principal. On the front end, initially at the beginning of the movie, right? I told the guys it didn't feel like a white savior movie, but the more you watch the movie, the more the white savior stuff starts eking out because Jim Belushi's character initially, because the school that he's Willoughby or whatever, white
Willoughby.
school, obviously, they don't necessarily fire him so much as that they promote him because he had previously applied for an administrator job. And it was like, hey, you be principal at the school. Okay, so what's the school? Brandale. And he's like, fuck. This isn't a promotion, guys. You might as well just fire me. Nah.
We're gonna do something much, much worse to a white person.
We're gonna send you to the Negroes.
Hope they don't bust a cap in your ass. Yeah, that's what they say. Bust a cap in your ass.
David is.
No, wait.
Why do
Hold
they
on.
say it's a
Wait.
cap? It's the
Wait,
bullet.
D.
It's not like the cap of the bullet is going to go in you.
No, D.
Black
Listen.
people are weird. Huh?
Listen. No, you did it wrong. It's supposed to go like this. It's, well, hope they don't bust a cap in your ass.
Yo,
It's gotta look at what it's called. Like, hold on, how do they say it? Ass. That's right.
Mr. Rick
Jive sucker.
Mr. Rick Lattimore is on the wrong side of 40. His wife fucked the damn lawyer that helped her get the divorce. So he's all taking it out on dude's Porsche, which, that's fair.
I mean,
That's fair.
fair.
Granted,
I mean, hey, you know what I really like about it? Shows how stable of a human being you actually are.
that's why your wife divorced your ass. You got fucking anger issues.
No. She divorced me because of the abuse. Anyway.
Oh yeah, that was abuse. Hold on. Was there?
He did. Jim
I'm saying,
Belushi clearly did.
see, I was thinking it was more verbal abuse than actual physical abuse.
I think it was verbal abuse. It was verbal abuse. It had to be. Because he looks like a dude that doesn't hit women because he looks like he's more of a where the pot roast sucks, so you suck, like that.
I mean, his wife literally did y'all love the disrespect from his wife when he was like, yeah, honey, I'm a principal now. Yeah, I heard at Brandale. That's cute.
What's that supposed to mean? I was like, I
No
was like,
respect.
when
No
she said that, you're like, wait a minute. So wait a minute. So I'm a principal over there. Wait, is this what is that supposed to be? Here's me. You work with the dirty niggers. I wish she just said that.
I mean, that's the look that she gave.
She just said that because she had that look like you work with the Cooney Coons.
It's like, I mean, just
they swing amongst trees.
I mean, the catchphrase from Rick Latimer is "son of a bitch."
Let me tell you something, man. The swearing in this movie is, it is. It's just so much f you, fuck you, suck. Fuck.
Also,
I would need to hold on. I just want to chime in real quick. So, this movie, Chris, you weren't here, but I had a discussion with D about this movie early on. Now going back to the whole white savior thing, one could argue that, but my argument is this. Here's what happened. Two movies met each other. And their names were The Substitute and Stone Cold. And they said, I like you too, dog. Let's get married, man. And they had a nice little dirty, disgusting love child.
Why do they sound like Exhibit from Pimp My Ride?
Because did you hear it? The Substitute.
The Substitute.
Stone Cold. It's going to sound like, hey, yo, you want to have sex? Yeah, I want to have a baby. You do? Yeah, let's do it. But
the ironic part is Stone Cold. But the ironic part is the Substitute came afterwards and just made an improved version of it.
I know it
did. The Substitute is so much better. Actually,
it's much better. It's definitely a much better movie, but it's just the vibe that I get from watching The Principal.
How is it that they came out in 2 consecutive years after this? The following year, Stand and Deliver will come out, where one Edward James Olmos and his cheeks will come out and say, I have to reach these kids. And then the year later, you have Joe Carter, the inspiration of him and that freaking bat in this movie. Joe Carter being played by Morgan Freeman, who steadily had papers in his hand, leaning like this at the kid and telling her that he need to go over there and make sure they get in class. It's so funny that those two movies are good movies, really, really good movies. What was the substitute trying to do?
What was
the principal trying to do again?
Can I point out 2 things though? This is 2 things, and they're very believable. 2 people were up for it before Belushi got it. One was Michael Keaton.
That would have worked.
And the other one was our boy, crazy ass Gary Busey.
That would have worked.
The only reason why he couldn't do it was because he was committed to Lethal Weapon at the time.
Mm-hmm. I would have loved to have seen Michael Keaton.
Gary Busey is unhinged enough to play a fucking principal.
That's what I'm saying. He could do it. But again, it goes back to what I love about Michael Keaton.
Hold
on, D. This is what I have to say about Michael Keaton. Because once again, with Michael Keaton, it's the same thing that people said about him as Batman. He's so unassuming.
Yeah.
I mean,
have Michael Keaton.
If Keaton did it, it would have been way too serious, though.
Yeah.
No, it wouldn't.
He plays very serious. He doesn't really have.
No. Hold on. He plays serious, but you guys forget this man was Beetlejuice.
I know, but that's
he has unhinged energy. I do.
He could break it out if he wanted to.
But where Jim Belushi had to play it up kind of funny, like I feel that Michael Keaton wouldn't play it funny. I think he would play it kind of like,
I don't know.
My life sucks.
I don't know.
And then like all the parts would have like drama of it. He would play. I think he would have played more dramatic.
I disagree.
I mean, this movie is supposed to be
only
dramatic,
saying
so.
I only say that I disagree because I really think that Michael Keaton could surprise folks.
I mean, the movie is dramatic in nature,
give him the opportunity. Just give him the opportunity. I bet you he would do it.
I mean, this movie is directed by one Christopher Kang, who went on to do such amazing movies such as The Next Karate Kid and Gone Fishing. So, you know.
Are you trying to say that Gone Fishing ain't a classic?
A certified hood classic.
Well, he also did another movie series. I mean, he also did another movie series, the most country of country movies, Pure Country. That's okay. So
really,
yeah,
he did.
Yeah,
wow.
yeah. So you know,
career trajectory makes no sense.
So
I mean,
basically,
it's a lot of directors that just have that, just like okay,
but the
I
sum,
gotta tell you though,
but we can
Gary
sum.
Busey doing this, like I said, Gary Busey would have been way too unhinged.
yeah.
So we're trying to say I'm fired. We're trying to like, oh, no, you just go. I know what you shouldn't be. You shouldn't be over to the black kids. You're gonna try to make me try to just let me quit. Well, let me tell you something. I'm a crazy son of a bitch that ain't gonna quit, and I'm not gonna quit on these kids. Let me tell you something, son. When I was in Vietnam, we did it differently.
D, you got to stop because you're making him sound like older Gary Busey, where the teeth have fully taken over. Yeah, you got to pull it back.
Gotta go Point Break, which is around this time in the 80s.
You got to pull it back. So
Gotta
pull it back pre-Predator 2 when he says it's between me and him.
Yeah, you gotta go Point Break.
Yeah, that's perfect.
I'm mad that Eris knows me well enough to know that the positioning of my teeth is how Gary Busey should. so I can't put too much on it of all the yeah, I actually literally have to talk like that here. Well, I gotta talk like this. Well, I gotta have most of this hanging out because you gotta have like the wind hitting the back of your teeth. Like the one time, like let me tell you something about wind. Now wind
well, you know,
wind is generated by the god Hesperides. Now god Hesperides is up there.
but yeah, Darius, I know I made the mistake. Principal was 87, then Substitute was 96. Yeah, my mistake.
I mean,
but
yeah.
all three of those movies, they all share that similar vibe, though.
Yeah, I mean that's the nature of like these kind of movies reaching these kids and stuff, and it's weird too because you can easily tell the transition of Hollywood getting away from these at-risk schools into things such as 10 Things I Hate About You and all that stuff. When you get to the late 90s, early 2000s, all of a sudden high school is so sunny and great, and awesome.
I think the very first one for me was Clueless, where it made high school an absolute fantasy.
Now, granted, they did do this thing also during the 90s too when it came to black schools. So you get stuff like Sunset Park, where it's like, oh, it's the urban school, but it's not like shit's fucking going nuts. It's just a black ass school and that's it.
There's a boombox somewhere.
Oh, there's a boombox in Sunset Park. Don't get it twisted, but it's like there's no.
Now, I disagree only in the sense of this. Think about Pretty in Pink. Mm-hmm. Now, think about this movie.
No,
well,
D,
that was a white school.
Wait, D.
See what I'm saying?
No, D, you did it wrong. Think about Pretty in Pink. Now imagine it black.
Exactly. Like that's what I'm saying. If you look at always the black schools and always in the 80s, they were always like this. Drug dealers. Hey man, you ain't gonna tell me to go to school. Like stuff like that.
So it's like you get Sunset Park. It kind of portrayed this as a regular ass black school, which I was happy for. You know, got Rhea Perlman's white ass in there, and they're like, "Oh, who's this white woman?" You know,
you would tell me nothing but the white man's education.
You know, and even
hey Chris, let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck. A year before that, we're spending most of our lives living in.
Yeah, that's where it was kind of like we got to get away from that.
Can suck a fat one.
You really don't like Dangerous Minds, D?
Because that woman set
Chris
that dude.
Hates it. I don't hate it.
That woman
hates it.
That white woman set that man up on snitching, and he got killed for it.
Yeah, he did. Well, hold on, Chris. Hold on. See, I got something for you. While that is true, Jim Belushi's character indirectly did the same thing.
Oh no, that's what I was about to get to. Like when he sat there, he tells his kid, because I think D put the video on. He's right. What are you, a wuss? And I'm like, God, my dude, you got to understand. Like when you're in gang like that, you can't just say, "Hey man, you know what? I'm tired of this gang life. I'm gonna go home and play some Nintendo." You can't do that shit.
Either two things gonna happen. They're gonna they're either gonna tie your legs and drop you through several windows from the ceiling, or you're just gonna get shot in the women's shower room.
Yeah, pretty much.
Get this shit straight, yo. So you mean to tell me that all this, like the problem about all these movies had this one thing,
ruining that perfect Jerry curl. I'm sorry, D. Go ahead. I just needed a moment.
Can we talk about actually? You know,
your man Reggie Johnson had a nice ass fucking.
I mean, the curl was clean.
You ruined it. You just ruined it. Because now we have to talk about the illustrious the illustrious jury court game in this fucking movie. Because
so
seriously,
many clean curls
Harris,
in this movie.
I just see so many jury curls. I just see all I hear is rumors going on me.
Sir,
You know,
sir,
that's
sir.
the song I
You
hear.
didn't, play,
It's
sir,
just
sir, sir,
directly.
sir. They played a better song. Set it up on the net.
Yep.
All right, let me tell you something, and I mean this. I really mean it. Now, yes, our parents is going like, oh yeah. Now, everybody that's listening to me and everybody that's looking at me, I need you to be honest. Is your parent the one that really, really likes that song? If that's it, that's the truth. I have to tell you, I'm sorry. Your dad is a cornball. I am so sorry. Your mama used to fuck to that song. I am so sorry. I am so sorry that is your parents. Okay? I'm sorry. As for the rest of us, set them up on the lid.
It's the most electro 80s fucking song ever.
Well, when I heard set it off, yeah, I was like, I felt like putting water on my head, just making it look like a jury curl.
I mean, like, the thing of it is, like, he's telling this kid, what are you, a fucking wuss? And I'm like, oh boy, here we go. And here's the kicker.
Because this ain't gonna end tragically.
Now, Michael Wright and Jim Belushi, they have a 2-year age gap.
Yes, they do.
Now, here's the thing. I understand white people age a little bit differently than black folks, but as Eris pointed out in our private chat, cigarettes is a motherfucker.
I would like to, I can go ahead and tell you guys. I said, how did everybody love seeing young ass Michael Wright in this movie before cigarettes just took over and made that nigga sound way older than he actually is?
I mean,
how old was Michael Wright? And like, look, man, I gotta look it up because I've been meaning to look.
He was born in 1958. Belushi was born in 56. Wright was born in 58.
58. So Michael Wright was 30 years old.
Yes, he was. He was already
which makes my joke even more apt. He's like, how old are you? 18. You look 30.
Like, nigga, you look 30. He really did. I don't care. Like, I really don't care how young. I don't care how young.
Now, granted, yes, he's supposed to play the guy that graduated from that school already. He just coming back, fucking with people and stuff. Fine, I guess. But come on, man.
No, he really was.
You look 30.
You look 30.
You look 30, nigga.
We have all come across that shit where we see somebody where we're like, how old? Like, nigga, how old are you? Like, I just turned 18. Nigga, you look 32.
Like, we graduated from some people that from our graduating class that were like 21.
Yep.
I'm like,
I had one nigga that graduated out of our joint. You probably heard it was that big pop at my graduation. He was 24 years old.
Good God.
Yeah.
Good God.
Yeah. It was a weird thing with him, but it was one of those things where he graduated where all was like, yeah, because it was like, nigga.
You finally made it. The last horse finally crossed the finish line.
See, this is what happens when you stay in jail. And this is when it happens when the state was like, all right, but you're going to have to make it through these last 4 years. But I'm 20.
Tommy Davidson is the last. No, Tommy Davidson is the last student.
Look, let me tell you something.
The last graduate.
Reggie Johnson. Reggie Johnson looked like Tommy Davidson's stunt double.
Yo,
yeah, he did. Thank you. I said the same thing. I said, like, when I saw him, I was like, Tommy Davidson, you in this?
It's like, nah, it's Reggie Johnson.
I was like, damn. I was like, nigga, that the curl is clean though.
Yo, I thought that nigga was our guy for the first 2 seconds. I'm like, our guy? No, they ain't our guy.
Tommy? Here's the sick part. Because the sick part is, the sick part is, I remember him from Platoon because he was the other dude that was with Charlie Sheen. I think he was the one that stabbed himself in the leg to get the fuck out of Vietnam, and looked at Charlie Sheen like, "Don't say shit, get the fuck up out of here." And Charlie just looking at him with the 1,000-mile stare, like, I'm gonna get on this helicopter, man. I'm beat the shit too. I'm out.
Yeah, so I'm getting the fuck out of here too.
So it's like a 2-year age gap in real life and stuff. But like when you see him, like Victor, basically he's left the school, but he's back. He's back in the sense of selling drugs and kind of pushing his way into the territory because the school's a part of his territory, basically, of selling drugs.
I'm like, it's
essentially.
always one drug dealer or it's always a gang. Like we the snakes.
Yeah.
Well, I have to say, I mean, listen, man, this dude, he obviously went to the mountains and listened to a drug dealer who has a death ray and told him sell that shit in front of schoolyards and playgrounds and shit. I mean, this guy has an affinity for spiders all over a globe. So yeah. He graduated from the Mr. Big School of Drug Dealing.
I mean, I think between that, the Hispanic gangs that's there, we get one Esai Morales and Jacob Vargas playing two, well-meaning students and stuff.
Esai Morales,
who apparently likes
Morales,
who had the best line ever when Rick is rolling in there and he sees him running away from the gangs and stuff, and he's in the gym. He's like, "All right, man, if you want to be a pussy, I'll just roll out of here, man. Fuck you, man. You don't know nothing about Brandel. I know about judo. You came from Wallaby."
It's like, you know why you here?
It's like, you came from Wallaby. You a fuck up. I like how Rick.
You can't leave either.
Yo, they let this nigga down so quickly, didn't they?
Bro, because Rick was just like, he had that
pre-internet.
Rick had that look of like, how the fuck does this kid know? And I'm like, bro,
no Wikipedia, no Google.
Word traveled around so fast. When word travels fast was a thing.
Yo. So the guy that was in Animal House's brother, he's gonna be in it. He's gonna come down here.
Yo, and here's the kicker too. Then you have Louis Gossett Jr. as Jake,
aka the one guy who I believe had the most fun doing this movie.
Oh, I know. I like Jake in the fact that every step of the way he's telling Rick, "Hey, you know that shit ain't gonna work, right? All right, I'll let you go ahead and trip and fall, and you figure it out from there."
I always figured black people are always always of two minds when it came to situations like this. Either A, you were like motherfucking Lou Gossett Jr., where it's like, look, it's gonna take more than us just being tough. It's gonna take us being here doing this, that, or the other, yada yada yada. And then there's the other black people that just believe, nah, what you need to do is put these little kids in the military, and that's going to change them, right? Like, I always laugh. Now, I only say that because I don't know what we're going to say to children, what they need to do, but I know what my generation
need to do.
Y'all need to stop being in the gangs. Y'all need to be in the best gang in the world, United States military. So y'all used to be on the street, right? Like, Nah.
I have
a drinking problem because you went to Vietnam, dog. I'm not doing this with you.
I'm kind of miffed because I felt like we got robbed in this movie. You want to know why?
Why?
One particular line. Well, just this one part. Jake, why are you afraid of him? I'll tell you what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid that if I lock horns with that boy, either he gonna kill me or I'm gonna kill him.
That's why
there ain't no hold on, Chris. Ain't no overtime. That's just how it's gonna go down. And I'm like, ooh, I would have loved to see that.
But here's the thing. I like that they actually take time to do a little quick. They do a quick backstory on the fact that he actually played for the New York Jets.
No, it was the Giants.
No, New York Titans.
The Titans. Well, it was the Titans before they switched over to the Jets.
To the Jets, right?
Yeah, before the Jets.
Because it wasn't the Jets.
It was the AFL. He was playing for Frank was playing for the AFL.
Yeah.
Basically. And I mean, it is very tragic, kind of like real life football, where it's had a good first season, and then all of a sudden, boom, busted knee in an exhibition, and I was done.
And here's the funny thing.
The whole time I heard that, I said, "Nigga, where's your movie?"
I know.
I want to see.
And when he said that shit, like, we're gonna lock horns and that's gonna happen. Here's me. Hey Lou. I know they're not gonna make the movie, but please tell me there was like a side comic book that was like made based on this.
Show me the comic, the novelization that they sell. at your local comic book store. All the stuff that they couldn't film in the movie is put in the comic.
Imagine after the movie ended, he went home.
Bang!
He went look, after the movie was over, he went home. But when he went home, there was a full-on gang. There was a full-on like gang. Like a whole bunch of gangsters. Like they got gangsters. Like the gangs came to his house. He had to fight them all off.
No, he fights them all off with the lock chain.
Look. Jake is a guy to keep it relevant to recent times. Jake is the guy that goes home to a nice pot roast when he gets home.
Okay. Look. I hate to derail this.
What
is the pot roast thing? What am I missing?
Oh, just a bunch of
what's the argument?
Oh, some chick and a guy started saying, "Oh, I don't know." He's like, I I'm all day I'm working at a desk as a tech person and stuff, and I come home to a pot roast. It's like, why do I want to come home to a pot roast and stuff? And then some chick was like, pot roast? That just sounds like somebody over 70 eats. And I'm like, excuse me, pardon me. That's anti-black and you're black. What are we doing here? What are we doing here?
I don't know which side to be on. Like I was like,
pot roast is good.
Pot roast is good. What are people talking about?
My wife makes it real good.
No.
I see everybody like, man, you like 70. I'm like,
no, CJ. No, CJ.
What did I do?
No, CJ. Listen, this is the reason why I stay the fuck away from Twitter.
Side note, the best one is the one that D posted up of old boy for the Pelicans.
Zion, because Zion looked like he's a freaking construction worker. That nigga eat way too much. Yeah, he's like, yeah, man, I got to go.
I got to go. But it's just like my wife making pot roast.
I'm just sorry to D. That is like I want to say it's a Negro staple. I thought it was like
it is a Negro staple.
I thought it was like I thought pot roast was just a thing that everybody like American thing. I thought it was an American thing. I thought it was a blue collar thing. Let me put it that way. You know what I mean?
I got you, D. You thought it was like another word. No. You thought it was another word for stew.
No, it's like no. I know what a pot roast is.
Somebody said it best.
I thought it was just like that. It's like, hey, everybody eats it.
That's what somebody said. It's the type of food that like any person from any like monetary background, whether you're poor, rich, middle class, you can eat that shit because it's attainable. It's
you can do that. Like, that's what I thought. Like, I'm sorry, is pot roast bad? And then I was getting mad because I was thinking like, oh, Chris is not one of these niggas because he's the main one. Like, ain't no women in it. Like, the women ain't talking like they ain't talking to grandma. The loser recipe.
Hey, look, when I saw that shit,
like Chris is not a chauvinist black man at all, but he will sit there like, let me tell you something. All these black women ain't here talking to you. We lose some recipes, y'all.
It's like, what about the meatloaf? Don't slander meatloaf. I mean,
that's how Chris is. Chris like, look, your black girls, y'all gonna cook. We need y'all need to talk to grandma.
Have her pull out that old. Like, have her pull out that old.
How to cook?
Have her pull out that old ass. No, listen. Have her pull out that old ass, dusty ass cookbook with generations worth of recipes.
I just like how.
That being said, I always say this, Chris. Like we always say, like, yeah, you need to talk to your grandma. What if they grandmama can't cook worth shit?
Two jokes came up before we continue on the principle. One, somebody was like, you know what? I understand. Your grandma is 42. I get it. All right.
Woo!
Totally get it. I was like, ooh, damn.
That's mean. But
she right.
That's so mean. You fucked her when she was you was the one that fucked her when she was 19.
But two, somebody was also saying, hey man, like maybe you just ate a shitty pot roast and that just ruined your day. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe. Yeah. So, but yeah, like the whole time, freaking Jake is just giving Rick shit the whole time. Like when he's telling everybody go do this big assembly and stuff, the teachers are looking at him like, have you lost your fucking mind? First off, second off, Jake is looking at him like, all right, man, I'm just saying, I only got like 2 other security guards here, so I mean, what do you want me to do?
I'll tell you what he wanted you to do. Like Chris, listen. Remember when he first met him?
Mm-hmm.
The day he first, like the moment they met.
Hey, I'm the new principal.
I'm the new principal. Like I'm Mr. Lattimore. No shit.
You're muted, D. Oh.
I said that is not our fault. If the intro sounded like we were doing a substitute, that is not our fault.
No, but going back to what I was saying, Chris. Lou Gossett Jr. again having the most fun with this movie.
Oh yeah,
He's like, hey, Mr. Like I'm Rick Lattimore, I'm new principal. No shit.
yeah, whole time, just whatever.
No shit. And if you need me, just whistle.
That dude had his own. That dude had his own office, sipping his own coffee, just like
dude, that little ass cup.
Some old man shit right there.
And you know how Lou Gossett Jr. got a little. Well, Mr. Lattimore, let me tell you something. This right here is my palm. You see a little bit of spit in there? That's how much of a fuck I give about you. Ain't a lot, is it? I'm gonna go on that way.
Lou Gossett Jr.
You good now.
Lou Gossett Jr.
That's the way he looked. That's the way he
Lou
looked.
Gossett Jr. thrives when he's being very snarky towards white people. He did an Iron Eagle to that kid that's just trying to save his dad. And I'm like, you're just trying to save his dad. Yeah, but I'm an Air Force officer. I got a lot to lose, but sure, I'll help you out, little white boy.
You know what? I will say this, y'all. The fact that we're doing this, and like I said, during Black History Month makes me happy. Yeah, this movie sucks, but we got 2 Black All-Stars in here. So kind of balances out, doesn't it?
Well, three. Hold up. Are we counting? So is it Ray Dawn Chong?
Ray Dawn is not in this movie long enough for it to even count.
She's super.
Thank you, Eris. She's not all-star.
She's an all-star.
No, I'm keeping it. I am keeping it a full $1.25. She's really not in this movie long enough to count.
My thing is this: I like how the '80s. Everybody talks about Kevin Hart being everywhere. Oh, you haven't lived until you lived in the 80s and early 90s where they just said, hey, Ray, what are you doing? And they just called Ray Dawn Chong in every fucking thing.
Just threw her in everything.
I mean,
she caked up in the 80s and 90s.
I'd be chilling if I was her.
Boy.
I mean, wouldn't you? Shit.
I would definitely be chilling. I was like, I made money off of all these movies. I am good.
It's like, I'm fine. I'm good.
She is lay low. And like I said, if anybody would actually think that
I don't need to do the convention circuit.
She really don't. She really doesn't.
I will say this. If she does, here's me. What happened, Ray? You got a movie coming out? What was that? What's going on?
I mean, she was like in American Crime Story this past season.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Let me look up a picture of her. I have not seen her.
It was one of those. It was one of those like, oh, well, she aged pretty gracefully. She's like, all right, she's Ray.
Pretty gracefully. She's half Korean and black, man. She's gonna be all right.
Yeah, it is what it is and stuff. I find it funny too because she was another one of the special celeb Highlanders in the Highlander TV series. It's like, oh, so
that is not how she looks now.
What?
Jesus, Ray, you look like a grandma.
Oh no!
Oh no! Oh no!
That can't be her. Oh my God!
Yeah, she has gray hair. Yeah, she has gray hair and everything.
Yeah, she looks like a grandma. I didn't know she looked that old.
Yeah,
I'm not like oh man, grandma.
I'm willing to believe. I am willing to believe she got that from her mama.
Yeah.
I mean, her and Jasmine Guy are in the same boat.
Yeah, like I said, she got it from her mom.
Okay, and I'm going to end it right here. Ray Dawn Chong recounts the time when she had sex with Mick Jagger at age 15. Now I'm going home. Anyway,
good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
I'm surprised at what.
Next week, y'all, we talk about the Invisible Man.
Nah, but you know what's so she's playing the teacher that she's doing her best, but I like how she tried to do that speech to Rick. He's like, these are my students, and you bring these guys into my stew and disturb this. I'm like,
I resent you, and I resent everything you do at this school.
She went,
fuck you.
She went kind of sort of Susan in that moment when she said, I resent you, because no black woman says, I resent you. Then she went black woman, but then she switched to the
Chris, you got it wrong. It's not Karen. It's not Susan. It's the other name. It's God. What was that name we came up with?
Actually, no. I got a better one.
Go ahead.
This is not none of them. This is Marjorie from Quebec, because she's Canadian, remember?
Yeah. Okay. Yep. That's
Ray
even
Dawn
better.
Shaw is Canadian. So she did come up with something like, I can't say, I hate you. No.
So she went Canadian and switched
Look,
to
buddy.
black immediately.
I was gonna say Janice, but no, that's a good
Janice, actually, I think that's a good one. A good Canadian Janice. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, she went Canadian and then switched to
Look,
black
buddy,
immediately.
I'm not your guy, friend.
She went Canadian and then switched to black immediately with the "fuck you." I was like, oh, well, there's the black in her right there. Just fuck you. Like,
Hey, look, buddy, I'm not your friend, buddy. So back off, guy.
I am so glad they did not
Whatever
try.
you say, friend.
I am so glad they did not try to do a love story with Ray Dawn Shaw and Jim Belushi.
Oh, weren't they?
Okay,
hold on, weren't they edging?
They were edging towards it. They were edging towards it.
We talked about this. This movie with a bunch of things threatened.
It did.
It just threatened, and this was one of them. I was like, when he went back to her house, I'm like, well, no, when she came to his house, I was like this. No.
He came to her. No, he came to her.
No. We got threatened twice. First time. Would you like to stay for dinner? You mean dinner? Dinner? Like sit down, plates, wine glasses, that kind of dinner? That was strike one. Strike two. I just came to tell you something. Oh, give me a minute. I'm sorry. I haven't had a chance to clean. The maid, I think they're all on strike or whatever. No, but come on in. I just wanted to tell you that I applied for a school in Connecticut and I got accepted. So, yeah.
I'm out of here. I'm out.
He just goes, oh, well, yeah, you deserve it. So, thank you. Kiss on the cheek was a near edge to strike three. And as soon as we saw her exit stage left and me and D literally his reaction is us watching this movie. Okay.
Okay.
I mean, it's because you as the person watching the movie, you're like, yeah, I would get the fuck out of here too after I almost got raped.
Oh, I like that. That was hilarious.
Okay, can I bring up White Zach, aka baby night slasher from Cobra?
I mean, seriously, man, this guy just
my man. I was like, yo, White Zach, let me ask you a question. When you came up with this harebrained scheme of trying to sneak back into the school with the black ski mask and makeup.
First off, him and Victor playing that shit out.
Yeah, they did. They planned this shit up. I mean, you come back into school, you got the eye makeup and shit. You really trying to cover your tracks and everything. I'm like, bro, did you go to one? Did you go to one? Brian Thompson as the night slasher to get tips.
My man literally stood in the mirror, deleted scene, and put black mascara under his eye to really, like he was fucking Batman and shit.
And I just like how he just slid.
Look back the fucking hair and then put on the fucking damn pantyhose fucking mask and shit.
Chris, it's the night slasher from fucking Cobra.
And then I'm supposed to believe Rick just rolls up in there on his bike and just driving through that wide ass hallway.
I loved it because it was so funny. I used that as an example. The second I saw Ray Dawn Shaw getting pinned down and all that, right? And they saw the chair fly through the window. He turned on that bike. I was like, no.
Yes, he did.
No. And I told Chris.
Hey, it was faster.
Chris, because I got to just real talk. Chris, baby. He's like, I don't think this is that much of a white savior movie.
Oh, really?
When you said that to me, and I saw this, like, hey, D, I don't think it's much of a white savior movie. I see him flying through the doors on a bike. I was like, all right, Chris.
Here I come to save the day.
Like this, Chris. I understood your argument. I actually kind of agree with your argument.
It went out the door at that point.
It's just took this scene has just dragged your argument outside and took a shotgun to it.
Hey D, you want to hold on, D? You want to know what you want to know what the double tap was?
Pulled up in a Harley.
Nah, never mind that. You want to know what the double tap? I'll tell you the double tap. Ray Dawn, cast an arm and everything. Should have wore your cape.
I mean,
not a white savior.
There's a dude. All right, guys.
Not a white savior, right?
We don't like it, but there's a guy named there's a guy named Ted that heard that line, Eris. That heard that line. You know what he's doing? Yeah, next time I will.
Feverishly jacking.
Yeah, Ray. Ah, I love your black white beauty. Ah! No, when you say black white beauty, the Asian side of her.
Nigga. No. That's actually her Asian side literally going, nigga.
That is fucking Tommy Chong.
You know what got me? So, as a kid, when I saw this movie, as a kid seeing this,
that happened way too many times.
As a kid seeing this movie, I got a laugh out of the fact of number one, the chick that he was going to tutor, right? How is it as a kid
tutoring?
No. Here's the thing. How is it that how is it that I picked up on the fact that was a trap when she said I got to go to the bathroom when she dropped the books off? And even I knew then it was like, this is a trap. I don't know what's gonna happen, but this smells like a trap. But I laughed even more when they're fucking up his bike, and he's like, "That's my bike," and they hear it, and you just see a bag over his head. And I laugh at how he just got
them hands.
I was like, yo,
them hands.
It was straight up fight back, nigga. It was a straight up.
And then him walking down the hall, bloodied and beaten, just like.
I love how the only thing that he was concerned with was who did it. Who fucked up my bike?
You know who did it? Come on, dog. Like, you gonna really say who did it? The part
that made me laugh the most was that he took the remains of his bike, threw the joke at these kids who are in the
auto shop, in the auto shop class filled with nothing but Hispanics.
And he like, who did it? Here's me. Like, okay, like, real talk.
We can't tell you.
Real talk, and like, first off, man. We were on that side of the school when that shit happened, man. Yeah, man, chill with that shit, man. What the fuck you doing? Third of all, we don't even know how to fucking do with bikes, man. Yeah, man, we don't do motherfucking cars in here, man. Like, that was the part that was
nah. They had to be.
But yet, these high schoolers.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, all the high schoolers, which I loved, was
not a teacher in sight.
Yeah, all the high schoolers were like, nah, man, we can't tell you who did it. Here comes little Pepe. But we can make it back the way it was. We can fix it.
Because you inspired us, man.
When he said it, we can fix it. I said, like, he just goes, fine. Exactly how it was.
You know what made me
ungrateful white motherfucker. That's the first.
You know what made me sick? You know what made me sick about this? You know, we talk about the whole thing of Hispanics fixing cars and stuff. It reminded me of that fucking scene in the last Fast movie with Dominic Toretto in jail. And I'm like, why is the people fixing cars Hispanic and Dominican? What is up with this shit? Like,
and why every time I see these scenes, I gotta hear low ride. Nah. The best part.
Take a little trip. Take a little trip.
That's the best part. Take a little trip.
This song brought to you by
Hey man, War a good band anyway, y'all. If y'all ain't heard much from War, listen to them. They're actually pretty damn good.
This song brought to you by GTA San Andreas.
This song was brought to you by this song was brought to you by what white people thought Spanish people listened to. And then George Lopez said, "Yeah, we did listen to it a lot."
So guys, the part that me and D was laughing at was he gets his bike back and the craftsmanship.
El Principal.
They put El Principal, and here's me. Like, first he looks at it and says, I like it. He drives off. I'm going, PlayStation trophy, gold trophy.
Oh, yeah.
It was like clean gold trophy. I said perfection.
Dude, they put a fucking holster for his bat.
They did. They gave him a holster for his bat. And Chris, and here's the best part. Not only did he get the gold trophy of perfection for the bike and helmet with the artwork, but his charisma with the Hispanic students went plus 50.
It really did. Isai Morales all of a sudden respects him like, hey, man, this is some good stuff. Oh, shit. Yeah, I can write more.
I got to say, man, I didn't like that principal. But when he made us stay in the shop for over 14 hours to make his bike, that's when I knew I could respect him, man.
I didn't see my kids for a whole night.
Hey, so just imagine. Oh, hey, where were you at, Papi? Bro, I was at the school, Mom. Doing what? Mom, I was making sure that the principal's motorcycle was bad.
The principal doesn't
Wait a
put
minute,
food
whoa,
on
whoa,
our
whoa, whoa,
tables.
whoa, whoa. Why are you fixing his motorcycle? Papi, you don't know how to fix that. You only fix Chevys. That's what I told him.
But somehow I gained the ability to do it
And then Rick
off
has,
screen.
and then Rick and I just love how Jake calls him out on this shit. This man has the white caucasity to say, "Hey, I got a new bike, bitch and bat. Let's break up a drug deal."
Mm,
So I got a question. Just
all
got
right.
a question.
At what point?
Now, D, yes. Can you talk to yourself on this one? Yes, I can. D, did you live in the trap? That ain't none of your goddamn business, nigga. D, did you live in the trap? Close to it. So I got a question. Have you seen drug deals in broad daylight? Yeah. How do they look like? You can't see them because they won't do it in the broad daylight. They'll do it when nobody can see them at. So D, I got a question. Why would a whole bunch of drug dealers, like 4 or 5 of them, yeah, big wigs, yep. Why would they be outside actually selling drugs in an alleyway where anybody can actually see them? I don't know. Either the cops don't care or this is a really, really badly written movie. Which one do you think it is, D? I don't know. I think it's the latter. I don't know. That's probably that. My bit's over. How you guys doing?
I mean, it's just, he rolls up in there and does a drive-by, hits the fucking drugs with the bat and shit.
Perfect. Road rash style, right out there.
And then freaking old boy was like, "I got this."
A longer than it should be chase scene.
No, guys. First of all, never mind the long chase scene, Chris.
Michael was about ready to fucking shoot him.
No, Michael Wright. No, let me.
That nigga was smoking fucking Newports that day with that
That's what I'm
raspy
saying.
ass voice.
He just screams,
let me.
Takes the gun. My man is just waving it the whole time. I'm like, okay, so you're not gonna do the stormtrooper aim shooting while driving. I got you. You're just waving the gun, trying to chase down this guy. You're trying to chase down a Harley.
No, it's actually a Honda. I forget.
I
think it was a Honda. I forgot the name of the bike because I'm familiar with it.
Chris, we call it the white privilege mobile.
The white privilege mobile.
Is it better than the Pope mobile?
It's up there.
You're trying to chase down. Listen. You are trying to chase down this white guy on a motorcycle who's not even going that fast, by the way.
And this nigga is dodging through 30 miles per hour traffic. You can't aim right for nothing. Tell me that video games.
No. D. He didn't bother to aim at all. He was doing this the whole time, just waving the gun. I'm like, nigga, are you holding a gun or a lasso? What are we doing here?
Think that the director didn't tell Michael what to do, so Mike was like, "So am I like shooting? What the fuck I'm doing, bro?"
I mean, I get it. It's a 6-shooter. You only got 6 bullets in that gun.
Brand this shit.
Which by the way, guys, he never gave that dude back his gun.
Nah, he really didn't.
He kept
no. That's his gun. No, it is. No. He had that revolver the whole time.
So why did he take the gun from him though?
He didn't take the gun. He just grabbed him by his hand and told him, "I got this," and then walked off. It's the way it's edited. It made it look like he took the gun.
Yeah. No, you know what, Chris, you're right. We ain't even got to try to rationalize this or fix this. This is a bad movie.
But I like the fact that he gets to the school.
This is a bad movie.
He gets to the school on some like the students are going to witness this shit, and I'm like, bruh, what are you talking? And I like how Jake was like, bruh, what makes you think the students are gonna fucking damn snitch on this dude? Like the fuck out of here.
I'll tell you what made him think that. I'm sorry, Chris. When they both pulled up, and you just heard 1 or 2 students. Oh my god!
I don't think
two white students.
Hold on.
The two white students.
Hold on. The sound of that, oh my god, gave him a 25% chance that somebody would flip. It's not great. Those odds are not great at all, but it's something.
Hey, Vic, what's going on? I'm just going to have my gun pointing at the principal and make everybody else just have their own narrative of the situation, making me look like I'm the bad guy. Now, let's leave and not try to conclude any of this.
jeez.
I mean,
Oh man,
like it's just and it's crazy to me too because it's like when Jake is telling them like, bruh, they would have shot your ass in front of the school and the life would have went on.
dog.
Again, whiteness, just
I'm
it's
just saying.
amazing. It's
Also,
amazing.
Michael Ray, I got to say this. Any second, it looks like you're about to dance to the Egyptian lover. You hear me? Yeah,
Nights
here,
like
Egypt,
this.
Egypt, Egypt, Egypt.
It's like what the hell, man? Like I don't know, and like, and I like how the build up to the finale is literally all the students knowing that that
But
actual
here's the thing,
fight is
Chris.
going
Chris,
down.
here's the thing. Here's the thing. This is the thing that gets me. That really sets it off is that one kid that the principal really took his time with was murdered senselessly. He knew he was dead too, man. I liked it because he knew the day before, like, yeah, man, I was done with it.
Well,
I
he
said,
wasn't dead. He was in the hospital.
oh yeah, he was in the hospital. Oh yeah, he was.
Because I thought because don't get it twisted. I forgot because when he landed, when he got thrown through the window, I was like, oh shit, he did. I
They
forgot.
threw this nigga from the window. He was hanging upside down. I was like this. I'm sorry. Who are you, Bane? Who are you? I don't get this. What type
But no,
of
he was
villain
in the
are you,
hospital. He
bro?
basically that dude was in intensive care and shit. And like,
No, when he threw the last, and I like it. The best part after that, he said, "Hey, principal, how's it hanging?" He had the noose in his hand. Here's me. Okay, two things. No black dude will have a noose in his hand like that to make a joke at a white man. And number two, even if he did do that, the second that white guy ran at him, he would have shot him dead in the head. Now, I say that so you can press play and watch a movie because what you're seeing is false.
science fiction.
This would never happen in real life. This whole scene would never happen in real life, but that's what set him off. You killed the innocent. You
Dude.
try to hurt somebody close to me.
Dude, Victor literally sat there and got all pissed off. It's like, no, you're expelled, principal.
You're
And
expelled. Like,
I
what?
like how you just look back like, really?
Lame.
Okay.
That was a lame. That was a lame comeback too, man. You're
yeah.
expelled. I expel you. I like, okay, no. I like, no. This sound like that came out of a white movie. For one of the greases. Hey, I expel you, principal.
But not
daddy, yo.
the fact that the finale of this is what makes it interesting because it's so low. You forget it's so low stakes because it's like it's Jake and Rick versus three guys.
Eris, that's what it reminded me of. The last scene, while it didn't have a helicopter like So Cold, it didn't have a helicopter like So Cold, but they played it up like it was the same situation. Somebody's going to go to Congress, and somebody in Congress is going to die.
Imagine?
They carried it with the same weight, and like Chris said, it is so low stakes.
Can you imagine if Victor had one of his guys in a helicopter just circling Brandale for no fucking reason?
Dog, they could have had a nigga in an ice cream truck and it would have had the same weight.
Listen. You know, the one thing I really loved about this low stakes last scene. What I loved about it the most.
Those three. What are you talking about? That's how low stakes it is.
No, that's what I'm saying. What I love the most about this low stakes scene was how it was shot. This shit was silent. There was no music.
I mean, it was good. I ain't gonna lie. There was tension there with the whole silence and stuff. I do like how Jake got home alone, trapped in his own room by old boy. Like, hey, get out there, old boy. Had this chain and stuff, and all of a sudden, dude locked it and was like, all right, I got him.
My man hit him with the okie doke, though. I'm like, no, here, you know what I said when I saw that part? I said, yo, Lou, how you gonna let full force do you like that?
Bruh, I know, right?
I'm like, you really gonna let full force just give you the okie doke?
I like how full force went over the fucking balcony.
We gotta get the fucking ass. Just juked you, young. Hell.
Fam, he went for that swing, but that was the greatest swing and the miss ever.
Well, actually, here's the thing though. Lou tripped because all the activated grease off his.
Yo, my man fell down onto the next floor and was like,
Dog,
Twitching
dog,
and shit.
dog.
He alive. He
Let me
ain't
tell you
dead.
something. What made me laugh about it is because I watch wrestling. Every time I see somebody jump over shit, I see how they try to launch themselves off. Most stuntmen just jump off. This nigga had to be sure that he didn't hurt himself. So when he flipped over, he grabbed and did like a weird like flip over with it, yeah. He just fell, and I hated how Lou Gossett is like, oh, he looked away like, oh, I heard a kid. I'm like, hey Lou, I see the acting you're doing. Stop it.
I
Stop.
do no.
There's no time left in this movie. Keep moving.
No, I did love how I did love how henchman he tried to get when he said, you hear that? Your boy is dead. And I'm taking you down.
Thank you for that. The movie didn't have to make him sound like a goon.
Such a
That did.
I mean, he was better off shutting the fuck up and not saying anything. He didn't need no lines. He really didn't. He was better off being unassuming goon that doesn't talk. Like,
No, because Chris, let me tell you something. You want to know how this works so well for other goons. Take the big black guy who fought Batman in the tower. The 89 Batman. He didn't say shit, but he came out there, dude, looked menacing. He did damage.
Meanwhile, great value Tommy Davis.
He put hands on Bruce.
Meanwhile, great value Tommy Davidson want to fucking do a fucking after school special speech to Victor, and I'm like, you know who you're talking to, sir? He will kill you. What are you doing?
First of all, when the and I put full blame on Michael Wright's character. Victor gets full blame for this. Number one. After all of that fucking Solid Snake Metal Gear-esque hide and go seek game that y'all playing in the girl's shower, you know, you're turning on the shower, you turn on shower, turn on the damn shower stalls, you're turning on the damn
showers, get the steams going.
You know, you get the steam going. No, the other dumb thing you're doing. All y'all taking the doors to the showers and just like slamming them open and shit, just making all this noise like it's gonna do anything. And at the end of it, when Rick takes the bat and breaks the mirror, he's like, he breaks the mirror, somehow creating a diversion where like as if Victor was gonna walk by and go, who broke this glass?
Meanwhile, Victor,
and then he looks under and goes, nobody here. Then someone gets the drop on him by just pointing the gun. He points the gun at him, and I'm like, shoot. Just shoot.
Nah. He just tells his boy to cut him.
No, not even that. He does the even dumber part. Now, I told you what was gonna happen if you came back here. I'm like you leaving in the body bag. Now you're gonna die.
Put him in the body bag.
No, how's it feel to know that you're gonna die? Why are you talking?
Why are you asking questions?
Put him in the body bag. There's no discussion. There's no discussion. You guys had you guys had that moment at the end of the middle of the second act, which was if you're dead. No, you're dead if you come back here again. If you come back here tomorrow, you're a dead man. You said that very loud in all of your 35 years of age voice. You said that.
35, 40, but anyway.
You said that and you made that statement very clear. So what are we doing here? Why are we still talking? Oh, wait. Okay. You're gonna get the one guy who after y'all's shit, he always has this look of, man, do we really have to do this? Do we really have to throw him over the edge? Do we really have to throw him down an elevator shaft? You know you're gonna get that one guy, and it's always the main bad guy who looks at him like, fuck, why did I bring you? It should have been you fighting Lou Gossett, because the other dude, I'm pretty sure he'd have done it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he would have done it.
He would have done it.
Would have done that.
I'm like, full force would have done it, but no.
This
man said, "Man, ain't this enough? You already got him scared shitless." I said, "Cut him."
Why are you talking back?
Cut this pig.
Why are you talking back?
He said, "Man, I ain't doing it."
He said, "What the hell?"
No, when he tells him,
you do it damn self.
No. No, he made a point. That kid is up in the hospital. He could die at any time. And if he goes down, we all go down. I'm not doing life for anybody.
Go somewhere.
You want to kill him?
You
do it your damn self. Drops the knife and everything.
See, if that was me saying that, I would immediately drop the knife and just out. I'm running. Fuck this.
This man had the
You got
nerve.
to earn. You got to earn this kill, Victor. Sorry.
Dude, Victor had the nerve to just look at him, give him the non-crying Wesley Snipes face, yes I am, and pops him anyway.
Oh, fucking Poe juked his ass and bounced out of that fucking shower like, nah.
Dude,
man,
he shot his ass down, and that was it. And then, bro, first, somebody tell me, where the hell was little Pepe hiding? That
Oh,
whole
my man
time?
was in there chilling, like, so the whole time they didn't see you just sitting in that one stall
My man
magically.
came out the bathroom and just kick.
Dog, and then like Victor versus Rick is the funniest shit ever because that was the most laziest kicks from Victor ever.
Yeah, that was
The
very
laziest kicks. It was like,
you know what? I couldn't tell who was doing more lazy kicks, like Victor or Rick.
I mean, Rick was just
Rick was eating them hits for
oh
one
man,
shit.
he was eating them shits until it did that whole my turn.
Dude, when he goes, my turn, I'm like, you didn't earn that, Jim.
You really
You did not
dog.
earn any of that. You didn't defend or block not one hit.
Yo, he
We
almost
did that. No, hey, Chris. He's like when he said that. My turn. And now it's your number.
oh best moment though in between that part though is when fucking
Nigga, ain't no Hearts on
No,
Fire playing for your
fucking
ass.
was it about to say white Rick White Zach White Zach tries to fucking go after Jake and Jake was like nah nigga and throws his ass out the window and shit.
Let me tell you something. The way Jake manhandles him and tosses him to the side, I looked at that shit and I said, I don't know what to tell you, White Zach. Like, hey, White Zach, nigga, you ain't Carl from like I was like, dude, you ain't Carl from Die Hard. You ain't coming back in
that crowbar gave him -50 on attack.
-50.
My nigga, yo, Jake roll canceled, grabbed him, throws his ass out the window, and it's like, yeah, I don't know what the fuck that was about.
Like first of all, with that swing and a miss from full force, Jake earned plus 25 XP.
Also, White Zach is that much of a fucking idiot because he jumped out about 2 seconds too early because he could have legit surprised Jake if he didn't just jump in front of him like, ha, I got you. And I'm like, nah, bro, that ain't gonna work.
I mean, none of this was working. That whole fight was just
School
dumb.
full of dead teenagers.
School, yeah, you're right. School full of dead teenagers, and he gets Victor gets yeeted out of the school. What made it even better was him saying, "No, wait, stop, no more, man, no more." You're right. No more is enough.
Platinum trophy. No more.
Then the one.
No, wait. The platinum trophy. As soon as he gets yeeted out of the school, it gets hauled off. Sorry, jump cut, haul off in a squad car. That's where you see the platinum trophy.
No, sir, that wouldn't even be a platinum. That'd just be the gold trophy. Victor defeated.
Victor defeated.
And then the platinum trophy would be when Call of Duty shit.
It'd be like a dash wide. It looked like Victoria.
No, the platinum trophy would come when he sits there and tells Pepe, "I am the principal," and it gets on the bike and then platinum trophy.
Man,
No. That was the
80s ending.
Yeah, that was the most 80s.
Hey, Chris Harris,
Yeah.
I got you. I set you up. Hey, man, who you think you're supposed to be?
He's the principal, yo.
Yeah, I'm the principal, yo.
Oh.
I'm the principal, man.
Did y'all love? No, time out. Did y'all love
Right there? Hold on. I'm sorry, Chris. Platinum trophy. I am the principal. All caps.
Bronze trophy. Ending number 1.
Ending number 1.
Here's ending number 2. Here's ending number 2.
Now beat the game on hard. New game plus.
Ending number 2 is the DLC where you're Lou Gossett Jr. You get home and all of Victor's gang is waiting on you, and you gotta beat them.
No, and the only weapon you have is the chain lock.
Here's me. Hey, so how's that part, D? I gotta be honest with you. It's worth getting. It's worth the $2. It's a $2 DLC. I know,
dude. Jake's DLC is literally Streets of Rage. It's like it's like a sad scroll. He just beat people up with chains.
Luke Gossett Jr. doing this.
No, all you're hearing is psh, 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 ah.
How many levels is that? It's 6 levels. It's just 6 levels, man.
It's 6 of the hardest levels in the game.
6th level is Return to Brandale.
Yo,
no, he gets. Hold on, wait. No, wait. Hold on. He returns the Bramdale DLC costume. You get to play as Jake with the New York Titans. The New York Titans gear.
3rd DLC skin is Rick, complete with bike.
And of course, the last one, Santa Claus.
It's like Santa Claus don't come to the hood. He does now.
He does now. A whole new DLC.
Oh no! Because the director just happens to be a fan of other movies. Is Jim Belushi as Snake Plissken as the final DLC?
Yo, did y'all love when
give him the eye patch? He's already got the mullet, so give him the eye patch.
When Rick kicks fucking Victor outside of school, and he's Victor's like, "Don't no more," and he's like, "Yeah, damn right, no more." And that one black kid's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Oh, that's a kid that got fucking jumped by Victor's gang like early in the movie, and he's happy to see this white man do his job."
Now, it's so funny, Chris. I did tell you that little part where he's like, "Oh, come on, quit me. Why don't you stop being a wuss? Why don't you stand up for yourself and all that?" I said this to the guys, and I say it to everybody else. That type of rhetoric gotten so many blurs killed in the 80s and 90s. You want to know why? Because we're the only ones that are willing to listen to white people. So we're like, you know what? Jake makes a point. All I gotta do.
First off, sir. I have to pull the Philip Banks.
I have no recollection for the event in question.
Hey, both of us went to all black school. We weren't listening to white people.
We weren't. No, all of us went to all black school.
You live in Peachy, maybe Montgomery County. I probably would listen to a white person because it's Montgomery County. It's like, come on.
But I'm just saying, we're the only ones I noticed that about blurs. We're the only ones all right, look, y'all, chill,
guys, chill.
Because I like that white shit. Y'all don't. And y'all about to mess it up for me.
My milk of magnesia.
I like Gilmore Girls, and y'all fucking it up for us.
I'm the one that's sitting up there looking at these white people fucking up. Like, dog, this movie, we talk about stacked lists and stuff. Came out the same weekend as Fatal Attraction.
Really?
Yep.
So they had to go out against the same stuff that came out with a Fatal Attraction.
But here's the thing. 3-way tie for second with Hellraiser and the Pickup Artist. And then after that, it goes Stakeout, Dirty Dancing, No Way Out, La Bamba, The Big Easy, and Can't Buy Me Love.
It probably just came out in a decent. It came out in a decent time.
It did moderate well. I'm looking at the numbers. I'm like, oh, it didn't do too bad.
But real talk, this movie really had a lot to do with the scare that a lot of white people were having. Anytime you see movies like this came out in the 80s and 90s, and they're still making them out now, but they're not as commercial as they used to be. There'd be pure flicks movies or something like that, is when you see reactionary stuff to what you hear in the news. And back then it was the war on drugs, and that the black inner city high schools were just pits for gang violence and drugs and prostitution. And that's why every time we see movies that take place in the inner city, it's always the worst of the worst kids. And they got fucking 44-year-olds roaming the high schools, giving out drugs. There are kids that are pretty much rolling joints in the bathrooms. Okay, that's kind of true. But the point is this, all of that hyperbolic type of bullshit was just the way people thought in the 80s, because Nancy Reagan scared a whole bunch of white people saying that there are drugs in the schools, and white people did what they naturally did. Well, it can't be us. It's the niggers.
I mean, it's kind of weird because it's like I said, when you look over the years, and like I said, Dangerous Minds was probably where it started. They kind of switched over to like, all right, if we're gonna have,
And we talk shit about it, but I'm gonna be real with you. One day, Three Black Geeks will do Dangerous Minds. I don't like
We're
it.
just not.
Chris hates
We're
it.
just. We're
That's
just.
the reason why it's not came
It
up
just.
yet.
It's just not on the. It's just not at the top of our
but I
list.
mean,
It
it's
is
just,
nowhere
but
close.
this is like
on the
that.
list. It's
That
not
was
on
where,
an
but
Audible
that's,
list, bro.
but that's why I said it transition. That's where you kind of saw it transition a little bit with Hollywood. Because that's why I brought up Sunset Park, because it was like, yeah, it's Rhea Perlman, this white woman at an all black school, but it was portrayed like a regular ass fucking black school in New York. It didn't. There was no like, oh, these drug deals are off in the corner. It's like, no, it's just a bunch of kids in a fucking urban ass school. That's it.
It's hard to call Sunset Park a white savior movie. I guess it is.
It's not, but it's not in the
I guess
sense
it is in the sense of, yeah, a white person coming.
but she's
there
not
helping
saving.
black
She's not
people.
saving any. She's. It's basically like a Whoopi Goldberg's movie where she coaches the New York Knicks. That's all Rhea Perlman is. She's just coaching up black people. That's it.
It's not a big deal. Don't bring up Eddie.
Yeah, I know. I had to throw that in there because it was kind of sort of the same.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean. I'm just saying in the sense of where it's a saving situation. There's no saving of any.
It's very fish out of. It's more fish out of water.
Yeah, which you can say that. And when it comes to fish out of water things with white people to helping out black people, you can say something. But then again, what was the show they was going like? Was what called White Shadow? It came out in the 70s.
White Shadow.
Yeah. That's all Rita Perlman's whole thing was. Even though in White Shadow there was white people on the basketball team. Shut up. The point is, you see there's a connection there. The thing that really just gets me is when you get freedom writers where people's like, oh man, it was a good movie. Like, yeah, but it's still the white woman saving us. It's still the dove of peace showing up. No, Negroes. Don't do it.
But then again, Hollywood did transition. Hollywood did transition because we got stuff like Save the Last Dance, and it's like, ooh.
Now they want to dance with us. Then I look at, but the thing that I'm saying right now is that at least the scare that we're getting right now is if you look at a Pure Flix movie right now, the big scare in schools is that they're being told to forget about God and stuff like that. It's just stupid. It's just the worst of the worst when it comes to what people are afraid of. That's all.
I think like you said, back during that time period, that's how people envision public school.
And you can get away with depicting us like this because back then, black people didn't have a voice like that saying that, hey, we don't want to be looked upon that in Hollywood. Because every time we said it, white people's like, okay, whatever.
Now here's
Tyrone, you're going to say no to the money?
Now, here's the ironic part. Like, we say that's how high school is depicted and stuff like that. It was funny because when I was in the military, there was one guy, he actually was from Baltimore. And he actually went through the public school system. He was like, yeah, man. He was like, I know you from the county and stuff, but if you went to the school that I went to in the city, they would have jumped your ass. Even though I know you probably could defend yourself, you would have got jumped and picked on. I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure I probably would have. Just immediately. Because it's just, you can defend yourself all day, but it's just with the school that he named and stuff, it was rough. He literally was like, bro, it was rough.
I went to a rough. I didn't look. Actually, I didn't go to one. I always say I hate how people always say that. Man, your school? No, we weren't. No, it wasn't. It's just that when the fights happen, they just fucking happen. It's like what's the? It's like, man, y'all be fighting all the time. Look. Not all the time. It's just that ours is more lit than yours. That's it. like that's all I can really say. It was never, but everybody that like your worst thoughts about inner city
the public school system.
Yeah, there was this like white fear always have a weird effect on the economy and shit like that. So, and even the movies, and it's just always weird to see a movie like this. And it's like. Sure.
But lastly, though, I think Red Letter Media made a good point about remakes and stuff, and he was like the best. Like they used The Blob as the example, the '80s movie The Blob, and they said that's a good example of a remake because you're taking a movie and you're improving upon its predecessor and stuff, and still keeping the core of it. And I was sitting back and I was saying, could you do a Principal today? And if you did, what would you change it? what could you possibly change it? Minus obviously take the white savior shit out. Let's do that.
Oh, they already did that. They did it 2 years later. Call and Lean on Me.
Okay, well, fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Let's
Even
be-
though,
let's
look,
be- no,
which is
no,
ironic because Lean on Me
no.
is a huge work of fiction.
No,
Apparently, so
let's be really real here. When you say could you do those movies today, they already did them and burned through them in the 80s and 90s. We really don't need one today.
Like, if you made one today, it would be insulting to whoever.
Because you want to know what it would be today? Today, it would be cyberbullying.
yeah.
It'll be some type of bullying. It'll be some type of. But
It'll
then,
be
like I
cyber-
said,
no,
and this will float into Pure Flix movies, some type of cancel culture of in the.
That's what I'm
in the
saying. It'd be
school or something like
listen,
that.
listen, D. It would be cyberbullying, cancel culture, identity crisis, critical race theory.
Look,
All of that, like everything that's happening today, but in a school
The
system.
only way you can do it, Chris, is take the world of Euphoria and
I was
bring
about to
in
say
a
it.
principal that can rein these sexy teens in.
I was gonna say that.
That sounds way more.
That's and D, just like you made it terrible. Thank you.
I mean, look, Rick in the beginning of the movie had binoculars and looking
Hey,
at
Shalonda.
underage chick legs and shit.
Exactly.
I'm like,
hey, Sharika, won't you get your ass back in? I can't. Can I suck your dick, principal? All right, this time, but you're gonna have to get A's next time.
hey, what are we doing here?
Like I said, I fucking hate you for.
Yeah, Euphoria is just over the top, man. It's just like it's like everything escalates into what can
Actually,
you possibly
come to
do?
think of it, yeah, come to think of it, no, D, as terrible as that sounds, that actually would be a thing. One of the teachers and a student. I'm not gonna go. I'm not going into details. I just threw the premise out there. It's Aladdin. Listen, it's the poster of Aladdin rubbing the lamp. Nothing else. Okay.
So
Use your imagination. I'm not giving you shit else after that.
Yo, I just think like if you have to do it, it's going to go up the alleyway of being sleazy. It's
Yeah,
just
it will.
gonna have to
Yeah,
be.
it definitely will.
Whatever.
But yeah, that's the principle, guys. It's
That's the principle. Let's go ahead and roll these yellow credits and watch people leave the school.
Yeah,
Because who the fuck phased the black in 87?
Yo, let me tell you something. All those people that was at the school were people that lived in the neighborhood areas, like you
Yes,
said.
they did.
They lived in the neighborhood, and that was actually the final shot they shot that whole for the whole movie.
Just kept the camera rolling the entire time.
Yo, okay. So
but they did do a remake in 2015 as a TV show though.
A TV show?
Yeah, they did. They did a principal TV show.
Yeah, basically the whole gist of it is he's a principal of this violent school for boys and stuff, and there's like a kid that's found dead, and he has to do the investigation while also keeping the school intact and stuff. It's
holy shit.
Yeah, I know. It's
anyway,
pretty wild. It's like Law and Order SVU.
Anyway, so the next movie would be the last movie we're doing Black History Month, is the last movie that contains white people that's going to insult you. But this time we can end the month that make a lot of people feel better. We're going to be talking about a movie where a white woman gets slapped upside her head and driven to madness. And I just have to say this. Because I love Elizabeth Moss. She's one of my favorite actresses. She kills it in this movie and everything. But I have to say this. If you hate, I don't know, Tommy Loren, if you hate, I don't know, what's that old pronish bitch that I hate on Fox? I forgot her name. I don't know. Whatever name. But if you hate anybody, any manifestation of a white woman that you can't stand, just imagine her getting beat up by nothing. Just paste her head on Elizabeth Moss's head and just see that. It'll make you feel better. We're going to do The Invisible Man. And I swear to God, when Chris and Eris came back from the movie theaters, I'll tell you how giddy Eris was. Eris said, I'm not going to tell you a single thing, but you give it an A+. I give it an A+. I will not tell you one single thing.
Like,
You're just gonna have to look.
Bear in mind, I want people
no,
to understand this.
I believe my quote was like so how was the movie is D I ain't saying shit.
Here's the sick part about it, right?
Just
Just
look.
the sick part about it is the trailers that the 2 trailers they put out for the Invisible Man. A lot of us were thinking, is the Invisible Man like a metaphorical kind of thing? That's the way them trailers went.
I hated them for doing that because
And it kind of and me, I think it was Jay from Black on Black Cinema. Jay was like, I don't know about this movie, man. If this is some metaphorical bullshit for the Invisible Man, I don't know what to tell you, man.
And you know what? He was right to think so because
I was
a
thinking the same
lot
thing.
of-
I was like, I don't know,
because
man.
remember during that time, that's when you know what? It's the only way I can pronounce. I can categorize it. That's when SJW shit was at its height, and everybody had a rhetorical thing to say about everything. So everything was a metaphor for this, and everything was a metaphor for that.
Yeah.
Look, I like Super Meat Boy. Somebody told me that Super Meat Boy was a metaphor for us saving how men will go through their ways to save women when they don't want to be saved. I'm like, I just want to play a video game, nigga. So
I thought it was just a
during that
metaphorical of like,
yeah, we was in that mode of thinking metaphorical.
I thought it was metaphorical for she was doing a bunch of fuck shit and was blaming men the whole movie and shit. And then like when you see the movie, it's like,
Oh my god,
it's
that's
not.
a brilliant movie, Chris.
That's what I thought it was. That's why me and
That's
Jay were like,
brilliant, actually.
that's why me and Jay were like, I don't know, man. And then when me and Eris went to theater and we're watching it go, and I'm like, that's what. Okay,
It got really good, really good. Like
Yeah.
there's a part in the movie where I think I pointed it out to you, Chris. I said, you know, if she does that, we're gonna see him, right? And and then when it
happened.
and then it happens, and we're like, oh shit. The better yet, the best part, which they show in the trailer and they shown it on every TV spot, the moment we see her floating in the air and getting yeeted, I said, and here we go.
Which again, they showed nothing in the trailers of the Invisible Man, her getting lunged or nothing. It was just like cutaway shots and shit. So again, you knew nothing of what the fuck this movie was. Only thing you knew, it was Blumhouse. So I guess believe in Blumhouse and see where it goes.
Yep.
You're muted, D.
Yeah, Chris, it's actually kind of funny that you say that because later on this year, what you say, hey, it's Blumhouse, y'all. So I want you to hold on to that because we got a movie later on this year that they made. Fuck them. Anyway, so yeah, I can't wait for that. Anyway, that's the show, guys.
All right, peace.
See you next time.
Peace.